How to make a pinch pot. First thing I would do is to take a chunk of that clay and set it aside in case I want to use it for details or decorations. Then I'm going to roll this piece of clay into a ball. Once I have my ball, I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to poke a hole right through, but not all the way through. This is going to be the start of my pinch pot. Okay, you want to leave about the thickness of your thumb at the bottom there. Okay, now you're going to start pinching around your clay ball. So I'm just going to start pinching and rotating. See how I'm rotating the ball as I'm pinching. Pinch and turn. Pinch and turn. If you happen to come across any cracks, you can take some slip, just dip your finger in some slip, and you can smooth those cracks out.
As you continue to pinch your pinch pot, make sure that all of the sides are even.
And I have a pinch pot. Now let's say I wanted to add some decorations. I can use some of my tools to carve some decorative designs. Now this pinch pot has a round bottom, so I want it to sit still. Once it's fired, I don't want it to kind of rock around. I might tap it on my surface to make it flat, and that way it'll stay seated, like so. So now the bottom is flat. If I wanted to attach clay onto my pot, let's say I want to add some little feet on the bottom, you can make little rectangular or even little balls for feet. But if you're going to attach them, you can't just lay it on like that. Remember, you have to score and slip, because once, do you see that happen there? Once they dry, they're just gonna fall right off. So you have to score and slip. Here's the slip, and here's how you score. You take a tool and you scratch crisscross marks. Scratch, and then scratch onto the surface of where you want to attach it. Dab your finger into some slip, wet the area. And here's another important thing you have to do. You can't just lay it on there. You want to press down with some pressure, and you could even consider using your finger to smooth out that surface so that it looks like it's one piece of clay.
Notice how I added 3 legs for my pot, not 2. If I would have only added 2 legs, it probably wouldn't be able to balance very well. Adding a 3rd or even a 4th leg makes it more stable. Here's an example of a finished pinch pot ready to be left to dry and then fired in the kiln. When I say fired, that means it just bakes in the kiln, which is like a big oven. Another way to make a foot for your pot is to roll a coil with your extra clay. This will create a ring that you can use for the foot of your pot. Remember to score and slip so that you can attach the pot with the coil, and that creates a stable bottom for your pot as well. It also adds a nice detail. 2 important things to keep in mind as you create today is pinching. Use your finger to pinch a pinch pot. And score and slip. That's what you will need to do to attach 2 pieces of clay together. Other things to think about as you create your pinch pot are details like carving decorations or adding a foot to your pot. I think you're ready now. Let's get to art making.